Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Arcady and today I'm gonna show you an exact step-by-step process I used to get my first sales call booked from cold emails. Mind you, I never sent cold emails before that specific way. And the reason is I tried email marketing in the past and it didn't work as well for me as it could have. But skills are compounding, and so today I'm going to break down the exact process I did in order to make it happen so that you can replicate it. It was completely free, and I'm going to make a small remark: for free, you won't be able to send a lot of emails, but if you will follow it step by step, there is really no reason why you can book at least one call. Nevertheless, you can try it out. If you do manage to book a call, you know the system works, so you can replicate it at higher scale with more money. I will tell you that the final budget of running this at scale will be around 150 bucks, right? But for free, you will be able to get started. That's my promise. So, without further ado, let's get going. As I already said, my name is Arcady. I've been a high ticket coach for the past 4+ years. We closed down the business in December, made more money in 1 month than we made in a whole year, collected over 80K in cash, and that all without running ads, creating a ton of content, or doing a ton of outreach. So now I create this content to really just show you what works and what doesn't. If you're an agency owner, consultant, or a coach running any sort of online business, really, these strategies work pretty much everywhere. So let's get going. So, yes, as you may see, the title really here is like, I didn't expect this to happen. Like, I seriously didn't. The other day, I've been going through a course on email marketing, and they all get them to buy through reading kind of stuff. I haven't had any success with it in the past while running a B2C coaching business, so it was a surprise for me. And as I was going through it, I thought to myself, well, why not test it? Like I have an appointment center who does the outreach on Instagram and stuff like that. I create content. I have enough promotional material, so to speak. Why not give this channel a try? It won't take me more than like an hour or two to set the whole thing up, and there aren't that many costs involved. As I said, I actually did the whole thing for free, even though I was expecting to get more out of it. But so here I am. I managed to somehow scrape 54 leads. Now, I was expecting more than that. 54 leads for a cold email campaign. Just think about it. If you are in business for any kind of period of time, you probably already know that it doesn't work with 10 messages. You cannot just message 10 people on Instagram and Facebook and get a positive response, book them in a call, make a ton of money and be super happy. Like, it doesn't work this way. You gotta have ton of volume. And for me, it's the same exact thing. I know that I gotta have a ton of volume. So I didn't expect to get anything from 54 leads, right? Just didn't. I thought I'd maybe scrape 200 or 500. I wouldn't expect any responses from the first 100 emails. And by the way, if you're super disappointed in how slowly you progress forward, adjust your expectations, just multiply them by 10. So instead of you thinking it will take you a year, think it's going to take you 10 years. And then you'll be nicely surprised. So basically, I scraped 54 leads. And I got a positive response within 24 hours. Like, just happened. I don't know how. Just happened. I sent 54 cold emails. I got a positive response asking me to book a call, and I booked a call immediately. I know, crazy. So, yeah, let's jump right into 4 steps that I took, and then I'm gonna run you through the whole process myself. So, step one is go to apollo.io, find leads you're looking for. Step two, go to Apify and scrape them leads using Apollo Scraper. Step three, you go to make.com and create a simple leads enricher. Basically, it will create the personalized openers for your leads based on their data from socials. And step four, using Instantly, you can start sending the emails. Now, all of these platforms have free plans, and that's exactly what we're going to be utilizing. And now that we had this amazing breakdown, we can move into exactly how. So first we go into Apollo, right? That's how it looks like. Don't be confused with all of that. All we need to do is we need to go to people. And once we're in people, it will start loading up your list. Now, I already have a saved one to show you. It's going to try and verify you because it may think that you're not a human, and that's okay. There we go. So coaches, we have default view. Let's go to default view. And let's say that you're a B2B coach targeting coaches as well. Let's say that you're an AI automation agency, whatever it is. Let's say that we're targeting coaches. So what we want to do is we want to target coaches. Or we don't want to just write coaches, right? We just want to write coach. So think of like the biggest keyword it could be. Let's say that you're targeting fitness coaches. That would be even easier. So basically, all we do is we just write a fitness coach. Let's say you run ads for fitness coaches. That's exactly what you write. So here we see 17,000 leads. Wonderful. What we want to do is we want to go to company. We don't want to do that. We do want to search for SEO. We want to search for founder. And as you may see, the amount of leads is getting smaller once we do that. Cool. So maybe we don't want to go. We want to go for coach, like so. Give it a moment. There we go, 3,000. That's good. Aim for like 1,000 or two in the beginning, especially. And founder. So SEO and founder, those are the job titles we're looking for. Now look at that. We get more. And then let's also add founder and CEO just in case, just in case it happens. Who knows? Perfect. 13,000. Cool. Co-founder also works, so like it's good. Then what we want to do is we want to go into location, and we can filter it by location basically. Let's say I want to go for United States only. The number will decrease from 13,000 to 6,000, but this is still good. Then we want to go into industry keywords and search for industries. And in this case, all I want to do really is health, wellness, and fitness. I want to choose those. We don't want to include keywords. We got 737 people, right? So like super detailed search, but then again, depending on your audience, if you know it's really good, and this is basically searching them on LinkedIn, so it's relatively simple. Like if you are doing business on LinkedIn, this is exactly what works. And then you got to know your audience to make sure that you are correct with the location keywords and so on. But let's say we're satisfied with this 737. Now, mind you, on a free plan, you won't be able to go past page 2 or 3. I don't remember, page 5, I believe. So you won't be able to get that many leads anyway, right? You'll be able to get 100 leads, out of which maybe 54 will have an email. That's the idea. So then we go to Apify. In Apify, what we want to do is want to go to actors. Want to go to Apify store. There we go. And we want to just type in Apollo Scraper. Yes. What we're looking for is Curious Coder. So this is the guy, Curious Coder. This is what we're looking for. Why? Because he has a free trial. So even though they say that you have like $5 of free trial, they won't allow you to scrape more than like 20 leads for that. So we want to go for an actor that has a free trial, and Curious Coder is the one that has it. So then what we want to do is we want to basically go back to Apollo, copy this link, go to Apify, and just create accounts. Obviously, like I guess I don't have to explain how to create an account. Here is the thing. It won't allow you to just search the URL. We want to get the cookies. And how we do that is by going to an extension that's called Cookie Editor. And we go to export and export in JSON. It basically copied the whole thing to us. We go here, Control A, backspace everything. So you will usually find those two. Those two here. Just remove them and Control V. So copy it. Make sure there are no errors. And it gave you cookies. Wonderful. That's all we need here. Total number of records required. Just write in the amount of leads you see here. So it would be 737. You paste it like so. And then just save and start. So once you save and start, what it will start doing is it will start a run and it will start scraping your leads, right? So system info, Apify version, whatever, it gives you some reports. It's going to start fetching page 1. Perfect. So it will find your account. It will start scraping leads. And we just wait for a while. So it will stop. It will stop after. Yeah, so this will be page 1. It will stop after the 4th page, I believe. Let's see. It's supposed to, at least. There we go. Bring 18 people for finding emails. Page 2. It will take some time. I'm going to just stop it right here. Just keep in mind it will stop at around 100. So I can just press abort, output, and here in the output, all we really want is we want to export. So we go to output, we press export, and we choose CSV, and then we just press download. Second thing we want to do, we want to go to our amazing Google Drive, and we want to go to a place where we have any sort of leads, where we store leads. And what I can do here is I can just take this thing and I can paste it here. It will have this dataset Apollo IO scraper plus date. All we want to do is just double click on it, and we want to press open with Google Sheets. I know, totally crazy. Here is the bad part. It will scrape a ton of data for you, like a ton. And this is not good, right? So as you may see, like there is a ton of data here, like literally a lot of it. We don't want that. It will load, it will take some time to load, and that's okay as well. Once it's loaded, I would rename this to something that works for you. I usually name it exactly how it is. So in my case, it would be Apollo Leads 0701 2025. And I would go ahead and I would straight remove most of these things going to. So, like, you can just look at these account industry and all that stuff. Most of these things you don't want that, but account keywords, keep it. You want account keywords. I'll explain why in a moment. So remove these, account name, remove this one, account organization, city, keep this one. I'll explain why later as well, and this one as well. But these ones, these like all the way from here to like here, keep the websites, you might need them, phone numbers if you run like cold calling or something. You go here, you remove this one, keep the account website. Like there are a ton of things that you want to remove. I'll show you instead what you want to keep and you want to remove all else. So this is how a clean one looks like. Basically, let me hide this one for a moment. There we go. Basically, we want name, city, email, employment history / title. So we want a title, not necessarily all other, because it will give you employment history of all other parts. So whatever jobs they had in the past, we don't want that. All we want is their current title. Organization name, first name, last name, headline, organization city, and organization country. Those are important. LinkedIn URL, organization, Alexa ranking. Actually, this one you can remove. And yeah, those two you don't need them. Believe it or not. There you go. So then organization keywords from 0 till the last one. That's all you need. So organization keywords, name, city, email, employment history, title, organization name, first name, last name, headline, organization city, and organization country, and LinkedIn URL. Those things we want. Everything else we don't need. Believe me, you don't. So now that we used and scraped everything, we have leads. Here's what we want to do next. We don't want to go to make.com and we want to create enrichments. And enrichments is basically AI reading this particular data from all the info we provided, right? That's exactly what we're looking for. And creating a very short line of an icebreaker. So in this case, let's say the first name is Raj. And here's what we see. Hey Raj, really respect mindfulness in combination with AI. Love what you're doing at Aijvar. Been in a very similar niche myself actually. How is the weather like in Tampa? Wanted to run something by you. Super simple, but imagine actually going through all this information, writing it out yourself. Crazy. So we go to make.com and there is this icebreaker generation. What I'll do is I'll actually give it to you for free. You can find a Notion doc with all the templates in the link in the description down below, and including this one, right? So this will be there. All you'll need to do is really adjust it for yourself. So what we do with is we start with connecting Google Sheets to your make.com, right? So I can just start with not watch new rows, but search rows. There we go, right? So we basically go with search rows, then we go to Google Gemini and we create a completion, and then it will ask for connections and stuff. And then all we want to do is really just find Google Sheets and update a row. So here's how to set it up. You first connect your account, then you search for the spreadsheet ID by putting in the name of your spreadsheet. In my case, it's leads. Then the sheet name, for me, it's very simple. It's coaches. And then table contain headers, yes, column range A to Z, blah, blah, blah. Don't put any limits in the beginning, just put one to test things out. Make sure the connection is, but then just remove the limits. Then Google Gemini AI. Now, here's the thing. Most people think that in order to get an API, you need to have a paid account on OpenAI. But there are a couple of free APIs that you can use for a limited amount of time. Gemini is one of them. And for that, what we want to do is we want to go to Google AI Studio. There we go. aistudio.google.com. Here, we want to just press on get an API key. I know it's like super crazy, and then just create an API key for an organization. It will create you an API key. And you don't even have to like put a credit card or something. All you need to do is just create an account in Google AI Studio and create an API key. Then choose a model called Gemini 2.5 Flash. It's a free tier and it's working quite wonderfully. Then item 1 message, role user, item 1 part, message type text, and your helpful intelligent writing assistant. Then here is the magic prompt. That's just copy this thing here, which is a template. Your task is to take a bunch of personal information about the prospect and then customize a personalized one-line icebreaker to begin the conversation. You'll return the icebreaker in text using this format. Hey, first name, really respect X and love what you're doing at Y. Been in a very similar niche myself, actually. Now, this is applicable to me because after running a coaching business for 4 years, I can actually say that I've been in a very similar niche, since most of the coaches I reached out to are in fitness and wellness, and I've been in fitness and wellness for the past 4 years. So, and I've also been a bit of B2B, so I can relate to that as well. This is why I can say that. But make something personal. Like you can say, been in a very similar niche myself, or was looking into something like that a week ago. Make it relatable. How is the weather like in city? This is important because, like, as though this is a personalized line, telling them how is the weather like in city is the most cliched line possible. But people don't think that you can personalize it with AI in most cases. So you can just add it. How is the weather like in city? Wanted to run something by you. This is all you need. Rules: write in a Spartan, laconic tone of voice, keep things very short and follow the format. Make sure to weave in that I like do something from what they do. It's a prompt as simple as that. Then item 3, message type text. You just put all this information. So their name, their city, their email, employment history, organization name, first name, last name, headline, organization, city, organization, country, and all the keywords. You just press on it until the 48th. That's where it ends usually. And then item 4 is message type text. For example, hey, Raj, really respect mindfulness in combination with AI and love what you're doing at Ajwa. Then in a very similar niche myself, actually. How is the weather like in Tampa? Wanted to run something by you. Here we're giving it an example. Then that's pretty much it. Like, save. That's the whole point of it. Yeah. And to set it up real quickly myself, let's say everything lagged out for some strange reason. Let's refresh the page. Yeah. What can we do? Let's reload the whole thing. I basically gave you the most important info here anyway. So if you've used make.com before, then you know exactly what to do. But in case you didn't, I really want to just set it up real quick with you and show you exactly how it works. Right? So basically, what we want here is we want Google Sheets, search rows, connect automatically, let's say, no problem. It will log in with your Google, then spreadsheet ID, Apollo Leads 06/30/2025. Then sheet name would be coaches. Just leave everything as it is. I mean, you can add filters if you want, and then does not exist, basic operators. So that way it won't fill the information that is already there. Like it will only fill the empty rows, cells. And save. Then we go to Google Gemini API, create the completion. And here, all we want to do really is put, like I already have a connection established, so I don't have to paste my API key again. But I can choose 2.5 Flash. There we go. And then add item, role, supposed to be user, by the way. User, parts, message 1, text, just write, you're a helpful writing assistant. Whatever. Add item, message 2 would be also text. Your task is to grab a bunch of personal information you will get about a prospect, and based on that, craft a simple one-line icebreaker to start a conversation. You can use this template, but obviously remove the brackets. Template, put the brackets in. I like brackets, but you don't necessarily have to. And then we use these ones. Hey, first name. Really like what you're doing at X, and it seems you're crushing it with Y. And as you may see, I'm adjusting those templates as I'm going along, because why not? You gotta write it in your own tonality. That's the whole point. Like, if you wouldn't say it that way, don't say it. I just would say something in a similar manner. Really like what you're doing at Arjav, and it seems you're crushing it with wellness or fitness, whatever. Been in a very similar niche myself for the past years, actually. How is the weather like in city? In city, got something important to run by you, or got something to run by you. We can make it even more casual. That's it. Whole point, right? There we go. Then what we do is we basically just keep it at that. We can add some rules. Keep the tone simple and to the point. No BS. This is my signature move. No BS. Show them that you're interested in what they do. Weave in facts, within information. No, within the fact that I like what they do and I have done it myself in the past. There we go. So that's pretty much it. Then we want to add another item. We call it text, and here we just paste in all the examples. So I would go with name, city, email, employment history, organization name, first name, last name, headline, organization, city, organization, country. I think I had this twice. And then just organization keywords. And that's the beautiful part about keywords, is that it basically gives us all the information about their business. Now, this is a boring part. You just gotta click a lot of them a lot of times. I'm not gonna do that because I already did it in the past, but you can do it for as long as you want. Then we add another item, text, and here's an example. What we want to do here is we basically want to copy this template, and we want to fill in some information from what they said. So if I were to go into Apollo Leads and I would find Raj here, and basically all I need is their name, so their first name and their organization name. So, hey, Raj, really like what you're doing at X. That's their company name. So I'm gonna go and copy the whole thing here. Just Ajivar. I'm sorry. If you're Raj and you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the company. It seems you're crushing it with Y. Let's see what are they crushing. So emotional intelligence, mindfulness coaching, resiliency training, personal growth, self-care activities, one-on-one coaching, AI guided resources, peer support community, a lot of stuff. But if we were to summarize it, crushing it with AI and mindfulness as a combination. Why not? Been in a very similar niche myself, past years. How's the weather like in what's your city? Their city is London. No, wait. Tarpon Springs. I mean, even though their city might be different, that's the funny thing. Their city is Tampa. So let's go with their city, not organization city. Tampa. Got something to run by you. And remove the brackets. Right? That's all you need. You just save it then. And then another part is going into Google Sheets and update a row. And here we search by path, my drive, uh, my drive, yes. Then it will ask you to choose a file. You will have to go into your folders to find it. I mean, you can also put ID, but I like to use buttons to be perfectly honest. I know it's slower and not as professional, but I'm used to it. So what can we do? Then we just choose an Apollo Leads, sheet name, coaches, row number would be this one, right? From the first one, row number. And then what we want to do is want to go to icebreaker. So all you need to do afterwards is, by the way, when you have right, when you have like adjusted everything and it all looks beautiful, just right click on B, insert column to the left and call it icebreaker. I know, crazy. So here what we want to do is want to go to icebreaker and we just want to choose result. So from Google Gemini AI, we just choose result. So in my case, I already have one and it already has icebreaker with results. So I don't have to create a new one. That's all. We don't want to fill anything else in. We then press save and I can delete those, by the way. Like I can delete these modules. Look at that. There we go. Let's all nicely organize it. And then if I'll press run once, let's see what will happen. So right now, let's say I will remove these five, the first 8, and we'll press run once. It will fetch data. It will create a completion. If it takes longer than 2 seconds, that means it's working and it created us the result. Hey Raj, really like what you're doing at Ajivar, and it seems you're crashing with the Iron as a combination. Been in a very similar niche myself for the past year actually. How's the weather like in Tampa? I got something to run by it. Let's wait what will happen with Luke Watts. It's working on it. And there we go. Hey, look, really like what you're doing at the Cancer Coach, and it seems you're crushing with preventative health and workplace wellness. Been in a very similar niche myself for the past years, actually. How is the weather like in London? Got something to run by you. And it's just going to create it on and off. It will stop after 10 minutes, so all you have to do is just click run once again. So just press here. Once it will stop, just click run once again. But basically, you have your icebreakers generated, and that's completely free. You'll be able to enrich like maybe 10 leads. No, not 10, but 1,000. You can have like 1,000 free operations on make.com. Here is what we do then. We then download this. Yes, that's pretty much all we need in CSV. And you go to Instantly and you create a free account. You'll have to connect an email. I'm not going to go over how to do that because it's boring, but you'll be able to find it on YouTube. Just connect it, either case, or buy like it's a great service in the very end. We then go into campaigns and we just add new campaign and we call it however you want to call it. I'll call it Apollo Leads Test 1, right? And we go to continue. And here we want to add leads. But let's add leads immediately. All I'll do is I'll actually just put it here, and icebreaker, make sure that this is a custom variable. Everything else, whatever it suggests, you can keep it. Then upload all, press OK, no worries, all good. Email subject, I would just use first name. I won't allow you to do that for some strange reason. I don't know why. Wait. Supposed to give you variables the moment you uploaded leads. So I still can't do that. That's so weird. Don't I have leads? Didn't I upload leads? It's a bit lagging. Icebreaker, it's a custom variable. Yes, all good. That's what we want. Um, and let me just check for duplicates across. Let's not do that. Yeah, because that's usually, yeah, exactly. That's what happened. Because I already uploaded these exact leads. So then it will give me like first name, last name, signature. What we want from here basically is we want to go with first name, um, quick what? Quick Q, quick question, and we want to just go ahead and paste in this text, and then we want to adjust it. So if I go to campaigns, test run one, that would be the one sequences, and we just paste in this text, which is icebreaker. That's exactly what it will take. So it will take, in Raj's case, it will be this one. That's why I like it. I'm relatively new to this, but put something together a few weeks ago that works quite interestingly. To make a long story short, it's an AI appointment setter for coaches and online businesses that can talk like human, have multiple convos at the same time, follow up with a prospect in a personalized way, and all that cool stuff. Basically, it's a human that is powered by AI. I ran it for a similar online coach a month ago, and we added 15 plus qualified calls per week and 34K cash collected that month. Crazy things is that he got like 300 leads per month coming in from ads. So this is basically a case study and at the same time showcasing that I know what I'm doing. And this is, by the way, a true example. So it works for me. Now, in your case, whatever it is that you're doing, just think of the great example that you've gotten recently, or not even recently in the past, that you can showcase immediately in the email. Because they gotta see this and they're gonna be like, oh, I want the same, or I want something similar. I know it's completely out of the blue, but I bet we could do something similar in your business. Just wanted to see if there is some traction, and you're the first coach I found on LinkedIn when looking into it. Would this be of value to you at all? It wouldn't cost you anything, as I would set up the whole thing up front and pay for everything myself. If you're open, we could chat further and see if that's something for you. Unless you're getting a ton of qualified calls booked from your content ads already, of course. Once again, this is a CTA, an offer to chat further. Would this be of value to you at all? Think of because this is an offer basically. So this is my offer. It wouldn't cost you anything, as I don't charge for placing anything upfront. I charge on result basis, at least for now. Maybe it will change in the future. And therefore, I can just say it. But once again, for you, it could be, would you be up for a free consultation? If you're a fitness coach, would you be up for a free consultation? If you're a business coach, would you be up for a free trial? Whatever it may be, whatever offer you can have that makes them think, gosh, this is just, it's crazy. Like, why would I consider not taking it? That's how we want to think. And this is this is basically you can remove, I'm relatively new to this, right? You can just say I put something together a few weeks ago that worked quite interestingly. It can be your guide, it can be a webinar, it can be a masterclass, it really can be anything. Just these are basically frameworks. What you do, why it matters to them, and offer and offer and offer. That's it. This part is an offer, this way it's why it matters to them, and this is what exactly you do. And an icebreaker is a nice attention grabber because it's so personalized that they cannot think that you didn't send it yourself. That's it. Then follow-ups, you just add step, which would be, hey, first name, just wanted to make sure you got the last email. Sometimes these inboxes drive me crazy. Haha. Been running something crazy amazing by you there. And then step 3 is another, which is, am I in the spam folder? So 3 super simple follow-ups. And I'm not doing it in a professional way. By the way, this whole strategy I saw on Nick Sarayev's YouTube channel. All I'm doing is basically just showing exactly how I did it step by step, so you can copy me, and showing how I adjusted it, because there are a couple of things that he didn't bring up during the video, which is all the different plans that you need to pay for, right? So Instantly costs like $50 per month. Apollo is the same, and Appify is also like $50 a month if I'm not mistaken. And I wanted to make this like a completely free guide because I did it without paying anything. I didn't even put my credit card information anywhere. So that is the main difference. But yeah, pretty much. I also adjusted a couple of templates to match me, my style, and the way I like to speak, because I've been working with coaches for the past years. So yep, there we go. So yep, all the templates you'll find in the Notion. Then you'll go to options. You'll press on your email, and then you just press run, and that's how you can send it. That's pretty much the whole process. Now, that's pretty much it. I know it takes us 34 minutes to set the whole thing up, but I mean, if you can set something like that in an hour and then get a call booked and then just sell something on that call, take the money, put it into Apollo, put it into Intensity, put it into Apify, you are just printing cash at that point. So if it's gonna work for you, wonderful. Please use it. If it's not gonna work for you, I mean, I'm sorry, but now you know what works and what doesn't. And in the very end, I believe it's all about doing multiple test runs until something actually works. Okay? So, gonna wish you a wonderful day. Thank you a lot for joining. I'm gonna create more content like that if you want. If you do, just comment more, and I'm gonna create more strategies that are like me showcasing how I do things. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue create content that helps you make more money, hopefully. Have a wonderful day, comrades. I'm gonna see you soon. Bye bye.